Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, people. It's Friday, almost 2023, and it is time to talk about the films that I watched this week. We can whiz through a large chunk of them because they're very popular and very well known. But I finished the Back to the Future films. I watched the third one, the Western one, where most people will agree it's the weakest, and it is the weakest, but still better than a lot of shit we get today. I give it a 7. Then Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which I also enjoy. I give that an 8 out of 10. Same year as Spectre. Then Rambo 2, or Rambo First Blood Part 2. Solid film, plenty of action. I give that one a 7. Then a film I watched Christmas Eve with the family, called The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, a Disney film. I didn't know that. 2018. You got this girl who's played by, I don't know, I've got her name written down. Mackenzie Foy. She's transported to this magical world full of strange people and stuff like that, nutcrackers and toy soldiers and stuff like that. It's, for what it was, it looked beautiful. You can't fault how it looked, but actually in the film, in the story, it was just there, shall I say. I give it a 6. Yeah. Then I watched no, I didn't look. We'll do that now. I watched all 3 of the John Wick films, and I give them all a 9. Do I? Yes, I do. I give them all a 9. Probably edged the first one just because of the story, but what a trilogy of films. Then Christmas Day with the family, Kindergarten Cop. That's a lot of fun. Then I give that one an 8. Die Hard with a Vengeance. I love that one. Sam Jackson and Bruce Willis are great together. I give that one a 9. Then Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I like. I give it an 8. Third favourite, fourth favourite. But yeah, Tom Cruise climbing that building it's great. You know, yes, he's all wired up and he's not going to fall and he's safe as houses, but he doesn't have to do it. You know, he doesn't have to, but he does. So I give it what did I say I give it? I give it an 8 out of 10. Then I watched Lethal Weapon 2. While not as good, as entertaining as the first film, it's not far behind. Has Joe Pesci in it as Leo Getz. Whatever you need, Leo Getz. A lot of fun. The opening scene with the car chase. It's still a lot of fun. I give it an 8. No problem with that film whatsoever. Then a film from 1952 called The Holly and the Ivy. The Holly and the Ivy. 1952 black and white film. An Irish clergyman whose neglect of his grown children in his zeal to attend to his parishioners comes to the surface at Christmas. It's a family film. All get together at Christmas and all of their problems and all of their gripes and all of the issues come to the surface. Nothing wrong with it. I didn't mind that at all. I give it a 6 out of 10. The first watch. Fine. Not a problem. This is also a first watch. This is a film that was free. When I bought something from the Masters of Cinema website years ago, and it was like if you buy something, you get a free gift. At the time, I thought, they've given me a free DVD. Not a problem now. I don't give a shit. But from 1934, first time watch, just took it out of the plastic, a film called Tony. This is Tony's story centers on an Italian immigrant, Antonio Canova. who has become entangled in relationships with his landlady and with the hot-blooded Spaniard, Josephat. As Josephat's life disintegrates through rape and I can't even say that word, but a necessitous marriage, a marriage that was a necessity, to the brutish foreman of the quarry, Albert or Albert, who's French. Tony meets his inextricable fate. And it says, it's a landmark in French filmmaking based on a police dossier concerning a provincial crime of passion. It was shot on location in the small town of Les Martigues, where the actual events occurred. The use of directly recorded sound, authentic, I don't know what that word is, pourtoir, lack of makeup, a large ensemble cast of locals in supporting roles, and Renoir's steadfast desire to avoid melodramas lead Tony to be labelled one of the first neo-realist films. When I think of neo-realist films, I think of Bicycle Thieves. But a good film, I give it a 7, a good film, a good story, beautiful scenery, beautiful part of France, and I thought it was pretty good. 1934, I thought it was pretty solid. 7 out of 10. Tony. Then from 1984, Starman, Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen. Now, I'm sure many people have seen this film, Starman. Jeff Bridges is an alien. We sent a probe up with a welcome message to come to Earth, come and see us, blah, blah, blah. This guy comes, lands at Karen Allen's house. She's recently widowed. He takes the form of her husband, and they go off on a road trip to, I think, Arizona, where he can get taken up with his mothership and all of the stuff that goes on along with it. He can't speak, then he can speak. He doesn't know much, but he can do magical things. Wasn't sure about it, but then in the end I thought, you know what, I like this. There's enough in here for me to like. I give it a 6, but yeah, enjoyable enough. I would watch it again. First time watch for me. And a film to end the week, The Sword and the Sorcerer from 1982. A mercenary with a 3-bladed sword, and it's not just a 3-bladed sword, it's a projectile 3-bladed sword. Point it, out comes a blade. That's cool. He rediscovers his royal heritage when he is recruited to help a princess foil a brutal tyrant and a powerful sorceress's plans to conquer the land. It's got demons, it's got magic, it's got fighting, it's got men with their chests out, men with their tops off, lots of beautiful women showing lots of flesh. But it's just a little bit dull, a little bit pedestrian. The action scenes aren't really full of any kind of energy whatsoever. Very plodding. It's from 1982. What other sword and sandal / sorcery film come out in 1982? You guessed it. Just watch Conan the Barbarian. Just watch Conan the Destroyer, for that matter. Watch any of the 2 Conan films. I give it a 4. I suppose at least I managed to get through it, if that's something. But not very memorable. I will remember the 3-bladed sword, because that's damn cool. But the rest of it, just a little bit sluggish. So that is everything I watched this week. New Year's Eve's in a couple of days. No, it's tomorrow, New Year's Eve. New Year's Day's in a couple of days. Everyone enjoy themselves, go partying, do whatever the hell you do. And I'll see you next year. Oh, and starting on Monday as well. Monday the 2nd of January, 4 videos every Monday for the next month will be a video on my favourite 100 films of all time. Used to do this a lot, but I thought I'd do it again. So 25 on Monday, 25 next Monday, and so on until we're finished. So that's coming on Monday. And I will see you then. Even though that's already been filmed. So technically, I'll see you next Friday, but you know what I mean. Last time I see you this year, thank you to everyone who's watched, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Cheers to you all, and here's to next year.